let's talk about the Flash trailer, shall we? Super Bowl trailers released. Flash was part of it. Tom, you've not said much. What do you think about the Flash trailer? Because lots of people are loving it now. Lots of people are absolutely loving it. They think it's the best thing since sliced bread. Tom, your thoughts on the Flash trailer? What do you think? Tom's not alive, apparently. Culture, your thoughts on the Flash trailer? Because Tom's fucked off.
I didn't find it. No, it's fine. I didn't find it interesting. I found it underwhelming, I think would be the nicest way to put it.
Okay.
There were some surprising elements to it. I'm not really sure I'm on board with homeless chic Kara Supergirl replacing Superman.
She's in a prison.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. I'm not super excited about that character that was supposed to be Superman. In the actual storyline. For what it's worth, I mean, based on a lot of people's insistence, this is going to be the best of the DC films that we've gotten from this particular universe. So I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad, but just take away from what I saw of the Super Bowl trailer. I'm not inspired to see the film. I'm going to see the film, but it didn't inspire me to see the film or to get excited for it, which is the whole point of making a trailer. It didn't make any sense,
Well, yeah, it's very much bait and switch, isn't it? I mean, they led with Michael Keaton for starters.
Well,
it's very much a Keaton heavy trailer, and he's not in it that much.
Or a Batman heavy trailer, right? I mean, there's a lot of Batman in it. I mean, it just
true. Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Batmans.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah. Paulie, what did you think? What did you think of the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Besides the Ezra Miller stuff, right? Let's put that to the side. What am I watching here? Obviously, I loved all the Batmans. I love Sasha. I'm excited to see her performance. I hear her performance is actually really good. It's a different universe, so it'll be hopefully it won't be a replacement of Superman. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't like that. I was excited, got me excited. I think it was smartly done as well, because it was so Batman heavy, everything heavy, all that it wasn't just Ezra. I thought it was crafted very, very well. It was,
you think that's a bait and switch, though?
Well, they almost have to come out with that first step, because they're kind of walking on treacherous ground with this thing, because this thing can explode, can fall apart any moment between now and when it comes out with another Ezra mishap. So I'm just saying, and I told you, Ezra ain't going anywhere. What was the other thing in regards to? I loved how they show the mom, Maribel. The actress is one of my favorite actors from Spain, Maribel Verdú. Absolutely love her. I love that, that's a connection. That's why he wants to go and do this thing. Whether it's been used or not, it's how they can tell the story, and
that is the sort of the reason behind the Flashpoint movie and the story, the Flashpoint paradox. That's kind of the
it seemed very clear, very simple, and then you could build off with all these different words. That thing was way more entertaining than what I saw last night.
So you're saying the trailer was more entertaining than Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Oh my god, a heartbeat!
Wow,
in a heartbeat.
Okay, Tom, what did you think of the? Now you're back. What did you think of the trailer? Routine shake.
I was happy to see Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton back, but outside of that, I know this is going nowhere, and I got very turned off by a lot of things I saw in the trailer. Batman never moved like that. Like the CGI Michael Keaton just didn't look right. It looked very video gamey. I can't stand Ezra Miller as far as I could throw that little bee. The Sasha thing, I have no issues with the actress. What I'm about to say has nothing to do with the actress. Well, everything's to do with how they're treating the story. And basically, I can't believe so many people are just completely ignoring the fact that they're usurping Henry Cavill's Superman and inserting her as the key to everything. So remember, we're going back to Man of Steel, only Superman is dead. He doesn't exist in this world, but Supergirl does. So she steps in for Superman. And it's basically everything we've been griping about with Indiana Jones, only with Henry Cavill's Superman. Because let's be real, if anybody who is, I'm sure you covered them, Nate, back in almost a year ago when the leaks came out, this trailer confirmed almost all those leaks down to specific scenes.
Yeah,
like even the Batwing scene, like we had, because there was even scenes like I'm not like I don't even know if that could happen. No, it's in the trailer, for F's sake. So we're like, okay, we know exactly where this is headed, and this is not. I don't know where these great previews are coming from, unless they have recut this thing completely and reshot it to a. But it still has so many things left over, clearly from the original film. Well, that I'm just flabbergasted by this whole thing.
So to round out my thoughts on it, right? Like the trailer itself is a good trailer. If you didn't know anything about the film, anything about it at all, and you watch the trailer for 80% of people will hit the ground and people will absolutely love it. They'll be like, cool. You know, if you like comic book movies and that's your type of film, 80% of people will watch that trailer and go, I'm in. Yes. Most like people that are outside of this sort of arena,
you're right.
They know anything about it. So I've got to give it their dues on that. 80% of people, they'll love it. They'll be all in. However, if you are in this arena and you do know anything about it, the trailer really does confirm basically everything. But what's weird about it is that it's confirming everything whilst also showing unfinished CGI, which you'd think at this point, seeing as this movie was like in the can like a year ago,
actually more closer to 3.
But exactly. Well, I'm trying to be. Well, yeah, I'm being ultra fair with it, but it would be done because what they're showing with the bad CGI is nothing that's not in the leaks. The bad CGI was all of the leaks. So you're watching this thing that's been in the can for years with shit CGI, like really, really poor CGI. And that doesn't make sense to me. It's really, that took me right out of the trailer. When you see Michael Keaton's CGI doing that was odd anyway. It felt like Arkham Asylum. It felt like a Batman Arkham Asylum games. The Rocksteady or whatever they are. They're cool games. They're cool. But that was just weird. Didn't really make it. It was just odd to me. And then the Supergirl scene where she's out in the daylight and slamming people around. That was so rubber band man. It was just awful CGI.
Well, and I'm not a fan of the Flashpoint story to begin with because I think it's horrendous.
The animated movie's really
it's good, okay, actually. But you really have to turn your brain off because this whole force thing that sends off, like, it makes no darn sense whatsoever. And the only good thing that I liked about the idea of Flash changing history is the whole Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne stuff that's in the Flashpoint, and none of that's here. So there's like I see all the other similarities. They've literally taken Superman and replaced him with, Supergirl in this sense. And we've got two different Batmans in a sense. And I think from what I remember from the leaks, they do all meet up near the end of the film or whatever, somehow through Flash's shenanigans. But at this point, it just, as a trailer, it was pretty cool outside of the CGI, but I'm afraid of,
That's when it falls apart. The other thing that it occurred to me when I was watching the TV spot that they released, which on that topic, that's pretty big that they released a trailer, like a 2+ minute trailer for the Super Bowl and a TV spot for the Super Bowl. That's a lot of money that they've just spent. like a really, really high, not a small amount of money. That's tens of millions of dollars. Like it's a really high amount of money. But in the TV spot, what I thought was really interesting is Billy Crudup is no longer the Flash's dad.
Right.
You know, notice that? Gone. Completely
Yeah,
gone.
we knew that from a while back,
we've
but it's
known that
not
for a
something
while,
everybody
really.
talked about too much. Yeah.
Yeah. When they cast
Any initial
Maribel,
links? Oh, no.
when they cast Maribel, when they cast the parents, it was well over a year ago.
Yeah. Ah, maybe that was. It's been so long talking.
Because
about
didn't
this
he
movie.
actually get hired during the reshoots, Paulie, if I remember right? Because
It
actually,
was
didn't they
after
shoot?
started with Supergirl, and Supergirl,
Yeah.
she was cast 2 years ago, almost to the date, 2 years ago.
Because I thought Billy Crudup did shoot on the first round, but then he couldn't come back for reshoots because he was busy with something else or something or other. And I can't remember the exact story, but yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that sounds about right.
I mean, I could dig a little bit if you want me to.
I could be wrong, but
I'll
that's
be-
my recollection of the events. But yeah.
No problem.
It's okay. I think, yeah. So, as a trailer, it's all right, but boy, howdy, does it confirm an awful lot of really bad stuff. Really bad stuff. And I also think it kind of leaves itself open to some plot holes. Now, I can't remember from the leaks, even from the extended source I had that watched it, one of the most recent rounds of test screenings. I can't remember why Zod comes back to planet Earth, but when I was watching the TV spot again, I was like, that seems like a plot hole, because he came to Earth because Superman turned on the ship, which sent a beacon out. But also he came to Earth because he knew that was Kal-El, and he had the Codex. Well, he was the Codex, basically. So he was like, well, I can do that then, can't we? So, and he needed the birthing chamber as well, or something like that, didn't he? To be able to start birthing out new Kryptonians. But it looks like he's got a Kryptonian army in this. So a bit confused. Is that a plot hole? Is he just coming to Earth to terraform it? If so, why? Because they sent terraformers out all over the place. So do they need Earth? Anyone? Any ideas?
The whole thing is full of plot holes from this. That's my problem with it, right? Like, once you start thinking about this whole thing, it starts falling apart in on itself.
Mm.
And I'm sure, you throw Michael Keaton on there's Batman. Look, you were right in your assessment off the bat, Nate, when you said 80% of the audience is not going to care. Because guess what? Last night, 3 of my general audience friends, or normie friends, whatever you want to call it, who are completely unaware of all the nerd community stuff that we always talk about, they were like freaking out that Michael Keaton was back. I'm like, yeah, that's like 3-year-old news. Yeah. And I'm like, my problem with it is Ezra Miller, and their response to every one of them was, who?
Yeah, Nettie's the name.
They have no idea any of that crap. Who? And I had to tell them, well, it's the kid who plays the Flash. And they're like, and I had to explain to them what the hell happened. And they're like, you're kidding, right? I'm like, no. I'm like,
well, I think it's funny, isn't it? Because they just had the Oscar luncheon, and one of the presidents of the Oscars or whatever was like, the response to the Will Smith slap is inadequate. It's like, you've got someone in a film, releasing a tentpole film, that choke slammed a girl.
Yeah.
In a video. Not allegedly, he did it. It's there in a video. And he appeared in Hawaii court. More dangerous than a shark in Hawaii on a statistical level. You've got more chance of being assaulted by Ezra Miller than you did a shark last year. That's a statistical truth. So it's like, at this point, we're living in an absolute clown world. It's such a shocker. It's so but anyway, so get basically.
But anyway, then the storyline, though, like I said, it's all just chock full of plot holes, and that's why I wasn't so sure about those leaks months ago. I'm like, these sound legit, but then again, there's a lot of craziness to them that makes it sound like somebody's just throwing randomness in here. Now you're seeing the trailer, and it's like, oh crap, that randomness was real. Like,
it's all true.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, another sort of compliment sandwiching this thing is that one thing I really did like and I also hate it all at the same time, is Michael Shannon as Zod. He is amazing, and I hate it.
Well, he's a great actor.
They just wasted him. They just one and done, and that is a waste. You could have had him come back multiple times. He is such a good actor, and he plays. He's the presence, screen presence he has is just incredible. He's so good, and it was so good to see him in that role again. Because again, for me, it was an epic waste, and he's so very good. So that was great. I liked seeing that a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing Feora as well, because I thought that they, as a Kryptonian duo, I think they worked very well. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Well, I think the whole Snyderverse was a waste. So I mean,
Yeah, you're talking to a non-Snyder fan here, so yeah.
Well,
I don't like Snyder either, but
well, I'm not saying it that way. What I'm saying is every single opportunity was kind of shuffled away. It was frittered away, whatever adjective you want to throw at it, and including the wonderful casting that he made in creating a very dark universe for all of this to exist within. And every single one of his films, no matter which one you try to pick out, they have plot holes upon plot holes. I mean, it's kind of fitting that this is the culmination of all plot holes, right?
Oh, I like that. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. Oh dear. We'll get to some super chats. Wait, are you gonna watch it day one or not? Are you not bothered? I mean, I'm gonna have to for the channel.
I have to. Yeah. The thing is now I'm considering if I'm gonna skip my screening for Ant-Man tomorrow or not. I don't know.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Is it you go screening tomorrow? How are you seeing it tomorrow?
I'm one of my friends. So.
Okay. Tom, you gonna watch the Flash day one? You're not bothered.
I think I almost have to, just out of obligation, just to kind of see the circus. You know what I mean?
That Tom is gonna make him watch it too.
That's right.
I mean, really, it's almost like this one is kind of like, there's almost, like I said, like a circus element to it. We know it's the end. We know it's not going to lead to anything, but we know this has been over $300 million and over 3 years in the making. And we want to see this generation's, what was that? Heaven's Gate or whatever that movie was.
Or Ishtar.
Ishtar. I mean, Ishtar isn't even this bad, man. I mean,
all right. Okay.
I don't know what to compare it to, but it's, I'm sure it'll do okay at the box office. And yes, I do plan on going to see it just because I have to. It's almost like a,
I mean, it's really unbelievable when Tom Connors opens the front door, he gets in the car, he turns on the engine, he drives, he goes down miles and miles for you guys,
an hour,
and enters a movie theater. Well, okay, what, 45 minutes, an hour?
He said
it's over an hour.
I'm in Bel. It's over an hour to drive.
Over an hour.
This is a momentous occasion. And I salute you, Tom Connors.
Well,
Paulie, will you be there watching it day one or not?
The Flash? Oh yeah.
Cool.
Best believe.
Let's get us some super chats then.